So here's kind of the hypothetical scenario that I was talking about before. Let's say you didn't have WIM-SWM. Okay, that's fine. But we'd have to set up our WWHM style project first. We'd have to set that up, get all the data, get that running correctly, modeled appropriately. Then we'd have to export whatever data was needed, usually hydrograph data or flow amounts over a certain amount of time, and then import that into EPA SWM, set up our SWM network based on whatever the parameters or schematic we were given, set it up, get the inputs correctly, making sure the flow continuity is running appropriately, which is its own challenge for sure, and then running that and getting that to work properly. Now we're using two softwares at this point. If you're modeling something else, such as a sewer, and you're doing a calculation in an Excel spreadsheet, where now we got the three different things that we're working in, or we can not go through all those annoying steps that are tough, and we can just simply do it all in one. So we have our land use space in here. Let's set up our project, 4 acres of sea forest flat here. Connect to POC. I'm going to run that. And so it's also important to keep in mind what kind of SWM options do I want selected before I import my SWM elements. And so thinking that through a little bit could be useful. I think I'm just going to go with run configuration here, show SWM options. I'm just going to stick with the kinematic wave for now, but you can also modify those. So now we have the mitigated land use basin, and now we have some options now from here. So 3 acres of roads flat, an acre of I'm going to go with an acre of lawn. And so here, now we have some options. I'm going to input these 3 junction elements and this 1 outfall element here. Now things are getting interesting. No, we don't have a point of compliance yet. So maybe these are all going to let's just say a pre-modeled trapezoidal pond, because it takes quite a bit of time to use something like an auto-sizing feature with SWM elements because of all the math that's going on. So quick pond. Okay, this is just an example pond we have going on. But now we'd have to model these or input the data for these different junction and outfall elements here. And so what I might do is input a max depth that we have for these. You can do this by hand by clicking, or we can go to the SWM editor, which I like quite a bit better. I'm gonna make the max depth for all these 3. Okay, perfect. Max depth, and then the invert elevation. For this one, I'm just going to make 40. This downstream one, 39, and then 38. This may not be the 100% correct way to do it, but just setting up a sample project, and then invert elevation of 37 right here. Okay, so we have somewhat of a SWM network set up, and then integrated with our WWHM 2012 elements. So we had our land use basin set up, we got some runoff from that, and now we have our somewhat SWM network set up with some WWHM 2012 elements, a pond that's been modeled a bit ahead of time. And so if I run this here, now it's going to have to run, what it's doing is running HSPF, creating that runoff data, importing it into SWM essentially, or then importing it into the SWM engine, having it do all the various hydraulic calculations that it's doing, and then spitting back out a result. And so we're building, as it says here, building HSPF to SWM runoff file, inputting that, and then we have the SWM progress here. And so that's going to take a bit of time to run. And then what I actually did forget to do here is that's for the entire time period. What I want to do here actually is select a very specific event. And so we have the event analysis here, select that CTAC 15-minute gauge. And so I'm going to run it for a short event, 1 hour, June 1964. Add event, select it, close, and now let's try and run that one again. So again, building the runoff, importing that into swim, but instead of you doing this manually, it's doing it all for you, right? And so all this analysis features are here. You can build your networks, combine it with your different HSPF elements, and then get one cohesive result, as opposed to having to do it all on your own, where the chance for error is quite large. And then just like WWHM 2012, we can pull up our flow duration analysis here. So it says can't compute flow frequency, the too many zero flow. So it's probably has something to do with how I set up my pond. But you can then create, your different analysis situations here, and still view all of the analysis tools that you've been using prior. But now you can also set up a swim network inside of it and have all the different swim elements that you want included and be able to utilize those. So that's a very 100-foot up view of what WMSWM is able to do. There's so many features in here, so many additional features, upgraded from WWHM 2012, that we're really excited to show you all the new features coming over the next 2, 3, or 4 months as we sort of officially launch WMSWM for use. However, that's all that I am going to cover for today in terms of the basic overview of WMSWM. I hope you're able to learn a little bit about some of its capabilities. If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat now, or of course email us. My email is, which I'm going to put here. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second. So my email is brasherjr@clearcreeksolutions.com. And so you can email me any questions there, or you can just put in the chat any questions that you have. But that's our overview of WMSWM. I can't hear anyone's mics, so if that's how you're asking the question, I can't hear it. But that is our introductory to WMSWM. We hope you're able to learn a lot about what it could do for you, some of its capabilities. Like I said, if you have any questions about it, you can let me know. But that's so Steve. Great. So Steven asked, we have a course on using the two manually on export of the hydrographs and import to WWHM. Use the two. So I'm just gonna Steven, two manually. So meaning using WWHM and then EPA swim separately. Is that what you're asking? Yes. Okay. We have a course on that. I don't know if we'll. I mean, there are ways to do it, right? Our sort of answer is that that's a very difficult way to do it, and so that's why we have created WMSWM. I guess if you have a specific, it's painful. Yeah, it is very painful. So, and because you've said something like it's very painful, which I agree with, that's why we created something like WMSWM, so you can stop doing that. If you'd like us to consult you and help you with a specific project where you have to do that, yeah, of course you can ask for help on that. But as a rule of thumb, our solution is the boss is cheap. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, if you have a specific question, you can just email us about that. But of course, what we're going to say is that after doing this for so many years, and our developers are doing it so many years, having a long-term solution is kind of what we would suggest doing. Because it's going to save you so much more money being able to get one tool that can do it over so many projects than having to do a painful method like that as you suggested before. But sure, if you email me, we can see what we could maybe help you with there. All right, we got someone else typing a question here. Where can we get rainfall data from for our areas away from the coast? Okay. So where are you specifically then? Okay, good. We've also got Joe Brasher in here, our developer. Oh, he's in Oklahoma. Okay. So obviously Joe Brasher Senior, our developer, he's going to be typing to help answer that question. Yeah, so we have a national map that includes data from there. So we do have national. Oklahoma, don't laugh. No, we're not laughing at Oklahoma. Yeah, we do have national map data that can include rainfall data from there. So I'm not sharing my screen at the moment, but if I were to share my screen, So we're back in WIMSWIM, right? I don't know if I have the national data at the moment, but you can just go here. There's a national data map. You click on the map, and then it brings up whatever state you have, and then you can get rolling from there. So that's how that's able to work. I just have Washington because that's where I'm located, but you can also import other data from there, as Joe Brasher alluded to. Thanks. Good. Excellent. Yeah. If you have any more questions about that, just send an email and we'll be happy to help you with that there. There's also many ways to import custom precipitation data too, which I didn't even get into. There's so many powerful features that we're just going to have to take a look at over the next 3 or 4 months to help you with your different stormwater modeling needs. So I put my email there. I put a link to the WIMSWIM page there. All of our courses are available at www.clearcreeksolutions.info. If there's no other questions, I will just end the workshops, but I appreciate everyone attending. Recording this workshop will be sent back out. So if you have anything you want to review, you'll be able to look at it again. Will be kind of different pieces will be kind of sent out through emails over time, so you can look at that there or ask us any questions. But thank you all for attending, and hopefully we'll be able to run some more live workshops over the next few months. Hold on, maybe see, you got another question. Thank you. Absolutely, you're welcome. We're happy to do this. We'll see you all at the next workshop. So thank you.